Alright, we are here to review Vision's quest of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's where the Turtles have decided to take a break from their technology and their stresses and face their views of nature. And this episode is the final episode of the farm episodes. And I think after this review, maybe I'll give my overall thoughts on the farm arc of this show. So I think Vision's Quest is easily the best of these farm episodes, even though most of them have, like I said before, they're just kind of just silly, taking a break from the intensity of the last season. And this episode is going, I guess, in serious mode. It opens with Leonardo in the woods. He's still healing from his wounds from Shredder, but it's almost healed. It's just his leg, and he encounters what looks like not a mutant deer, but a spiritual deer, who ends up beating up Leonardo while he's trying to shoot at what looks like a regular deer, but there's just something more sinister about this deer. Then Leo comes back after the Turtles are busy training, and even Raph does this cool move by chopping some wood. And then that's where Leo comes back, and he's telling them how they need to be more close to nature. And then they're going to spend the next 3 days in the woods while April and Casey hang out at the farmhouse. Even Donnie's a little worried that April and Casey are together, but Leo tells them that we need to put our worries behind us for now. And so they go into the woods, they do some meditation, very spiritual stuff. They do balancing on near the water, and they just try to keep focus. But later at night, they light a fire finally, since they brought only little of things, and they're gonna light this fire. And what they see is what looks like a spirit version of Splinter, who's revealed to be alive. Even though we knew he was alive, the Turtles just didn't know he was alive. And I just love how Splinter tells them all what they have to do in order to focus better. For example, Mikey gets too distracted and Mikey needs to learn to focus better. Raph needs to channel his anger and focus. Donnie needs to not rely so much on technology, his mind, and focus on the physical side of his strengths that he has inside. And Leo has to focus, I guess, being on a leader. And so the Turtles, what they do next, they form these Vision Quest-like armor, and the designs actually look really cool. Leo's got arrows, he's got a hood on, he's got what looks like a grayish looking mask. Donnie's wearing a skull mask with an axe. Mikey's got a head bandana covering his face. I think Raph is the coolest out of these designs. It's between Leo and Raph. Raph's got the shredder spikes and the hood and what looks like tassels coming out of his mask. And so the Turtles go their separate ways, but basically the rest of the episode is them fighting their various foes, fighting foot soldiers at first. But then each turtle encounters one of Shredder's henchmen, and Leo himself encounters Shredder. Mikey encounters Razar, Raph encounters Fishface, and Donnie encounters Tiger Claw. And I almost was kind of concerned that this episode would just be focused on Leo trying to get his strength back over his fight against Shredder, since Shredder is just taunting Leo over what happened. But then Leo decides that, this is all in my head. And what he does next, we see a gigantic version of Shredder. And what Leo does, straight up badass style, he shoots an arrow into Shredder's eye, and then Shredder explodes in the dust. I know it was a vision, but still cool. And Leo basically feels he is ready to maybe fight Shredder again. And how Mikey defeats Razar, he focuses. He decides to get stuff out of his brain, and then he swiftly takes down Razar, and he's defeated. How Raph defeats Fishface, he channels his anger, he uses these flamethrower things, and grabs Fishface and takes him down. What Donnie does is is like he's getting taunted by Tiger Claw, but what Donnie does is like he literally grabs Tiger Claw and he literally feels like a mountain. He's climbing on a mountain, by the way, in his little vision, and he literally just froze Tiger Claw off the mountain. If this was the real them, not the Vision version, it'd be so much cooler. But the turtles have fulfilled their vision, and now they are ready to go back to New York. And even April and Casey are surprised how the turtles look. And that's the episode. So Vision's Quest was definitely a cool episode. I feel like my one little nitpick is the moment where Mikey acts a little silly when he's eating pizza when the turtles are ready to go in the woods. It kind of just ruins the seriousness of the moment. But I don't know. It feels like the show kind of does that, where people kind of think Mikey's kind of dumb in this show. I mean, I feel like he has done some good things. I wish I could name, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Mikey can't act dumb. He's just silly, I guess. But anyway, I'd give this episode, why not, a 9 out of 10. So the next episode is Return to New York. I'm excited to review that episode. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. And Turtle Power.